Hello friends, welcome back, and if you're new to our channel, thank you for stopping by. Today I have an interesting pattern to share with you. This is a beautiful coaster. It is the rose coaster and we'll be using 3 different yarns for it, and this is the thickness of my yarn, and the hook that I'm using is number 10. So we are going to start off with a white yarn, starting off with a magic ring. Now once the magic ring is done, let us chain 2, 1 and 2, and this is to be counted as 1 double crochet. After that we are going to make a double crochet into the magic ring, and that has to be 11 in number. So 11 double crochet plus the first chain of 2 makes 12 double crochet into the magic ring. Now this is a beautiful coaster that I'm going to show you. If you want to increase the size, if you want to turn it into a placemat, you can increase the size of the circle. Now let's count. That's 2, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is done. This is the 11th double crochet followed by the 12th one. Once the 12th double crochet is done, let's tighten the tail of the magic ring, and I'm going to slip stitch into the first or the topmost chain of the first chain of 2. Once the slip stitch is done, our very first round is complete. Now let us start off a new round by working a chain of 2, and into the same space I am going to work another double crochet. So that means in a single chain space we need to work 2 double crochet. Now let us move on. After that I chain 1. After 2 double crochet is done, we need to chain 1. Please don't forget that. Now into the next chain space we are going to work 2 number of double crochet. That's the first followed by the second. Once the second double crochet is done, let us chain 1 and then hop into the next chain space to work 2 double crochet. So this is the sequence for the second round. 2 double crochet, chain 1, and then hop into the new chain space to work 2 double crochet again. So this is how we are going to work all around. I just chained 1 and then into the next chain space I'm working 2 double crochet. Chain 1 and I have reached the starting point. This is how it is to be done. Now let us chain 1 and work into the next chain space. There we need to work 2 double crochet. That's the first followed by the second. Now let us chain 1 again, and 1 chain space left. There we need to work 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. Now let us chain 1 and slip stitch into the topmost chain of the very first chain of 2. So my slip stitch is done and my round 2 is complete. This is how it is supposed to look. After that let us chain 2 and start off with the third round. Once the chain of 2 is done, into the next chain space I am going to work 2 double crochet. That's the first and this is the second one. Now let us chain 1. This is the sequence actually. Into the first chain space of the first double crochet we need to work 1 double crochet, and into the next chain space of the second double crochet we need to work 2 double crochet. So this is how we are going to work. Chain 1, work 1 double crochet, and then into the next space we need to work 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. So this is the sequence. Let us chain 1 again and work 1 double crochet first, and into the next chain space we are going to work 2 double crochet. That's the first and this is the second one. So this is the sequence that we are going to follow for the third round, and I'm almost at the end. Let us chain 1 into the first chain gap I worked 1 double crochet, and into the next chain gap we need to work 2 double crochet. Finally let us chain 1 and slip stitch into the topmost chain of the very first chain of 2. So our third round is done. Let us chain 2, that is the starting of the fourth round. Into the next chain space we need to work 1 double crochet. Into the next we are going to work 2 number of double crochet. So in total here we worked 4 double crochet. Chain 1, and into the first space I'm going to work 1 double crochet. Into the second I'm going to work 1 double crochet, and into the final chain gap I'm going to work 2 double crochet. So basically we worked 4 double crochet. Now chain 1, again let's repeat the sequence. 1 double crochet first, again 1 double crochet into the new chain space, and then into the new chain space we need to work 2 double crochet. So it is done. Now we are going to work all around, and here I have reached the starting point almost. Finally let us chain 1 and work individual double crochet. That's the first individual double crochet. Now this is the second one into the new chain space, and into the third chain space we need to work 2 double crochet. That's the first and the second. Now let us chain 1 and slip stitch into the topmost chain of the very first chain of 2. That's done. So our round 4 is done. Now let us chain 2, that is the starting of the 5th round. Now into the next chain space I need to work 1 double crochet. Now into the next we need to work 1 double crochet again, and into the final one we need to work 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. Now if you count, we work total 5 double crochets. Now let us chain 1, please don't forget that. 1 double crochet on top of the existing double crochet of the previous round, again 1 double crochet into the chain space of the previous round, and that's the third individual double crochet, and into the fourth chain space we need to work 2 double crochet. That is how the project is going to gradually increase. So here I have reached the starting point. Chain 1, let's work a final set, 1 double crochet on top of the individual double crochet, another double crochet on top of the individual chain space, that's the third one, and finally into the fourth chain gap we need to work 2 double crochets. Now chain 1 and slip stitch into the topmost chain of the very first chain of 2, and this completes our round. We are going to chain 1 to secure our work and snip off the yarn. So this is the size of the doily we wish to make. If you want a bigger size doily, you may just keep increasing following the sequence. Now let us make the tiny spaces where we are going to attach our roses. So we can start off with the green yarn from any of the points, any of the chain spaces. We are going to attach our green yarn with the help of a slip stitch. Now let us chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. After that we are going to skip 2 chain spaces, 1 and 2, and into the next we are going to work a single crochet. Once that is done, let us chain 4 again and skip 2 chain spaces, 1 and 2, and into the next we are going to work a single crochet. So this is the sequence for this particular round, that is a chain of 4, skip 2 chain spaces and work a single crochet. And in this fashion we are going to work all around. Chain 4, skip 2 chain spaces and work a single crochet. So this is how we are going to do, and I'm going to catch up with you once we reach the starting point. This is how it looks right now, and here I have worked all around and I am near the starting point, I'm going to show you what is to be done next. I have already worked a chain of 4. Let us skip 2 chain spaces and work a single crochet into the chain gap. Now let us chain 4 finally, and then we are going to slip stitch into the point from where we had started this particular round. So here it is done. I chain 1 just to secure my work, and now what we are going to do is we are going to slip stitch into the chain 4 space and work a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Once the chain of 4 is done, we are going to come back to the chain 2 space and work a slip stitch. Once that is done, let us chain 3. 1, 2 and 3, and we are going to work a single crochet into the chain 4 space. So our first leaf is done. Once done, we are going to hop into the next chain 4 space and work a single crochet and then chain 4. Now let's come back to the chain 2 space and work a slip stitch. Once done, let us chain 3. 1, 2 and 3, and then we are going to come back into the chain 4 space and work a single crochet. So our leaf is done. This is how the leaves are to be worked. Let us work some more. Single crochet is done. Let us chain 4, come back to the chain 2 space and work a slip stitch. This is how it is to be done. Once done, we are going to work a chain of 3 and come back to the chain 4 space and work a single crochet. So this is how our tiny leaves are to be worked. A single crochet, a chain of 4. Come back to the chain 2 space and work a slip stitch. This is a slip stitch. After that, a chain of 3 is to be done. Once it is done, we are going to come back to the same point, same chain 4 space and work a single crochet. So this is the sequence that we are going to follow for this particular round, and I'm going to catch up with you once I am close to the finishing point. So here I have worked all around, and I'm going to show you how we are going to end this particular leaf structure. And here I have just worked a single crochet. Now I'm hopping into the next space, worked a single crochet, a chain of 4 is done. I'm going to come back to the chain 2 space and work a slip stitch. After that, a chain of 3 is to be done, and then into the chain 4 space I'm going to work a single crochet. Once that is complete, I'm going to show you what is to be done. We are just going to slip stitch into the first into the first chain 1 space. Once that is done, we are going to snip off the yarn. Once the green yarn is snapped off, this is how it looks. Now we are going to work our rows. For that, I'm taking a pink yarn and I'm ready with a slip knot. Now we can start off from any of the points, but it has to start from the single crochet point. That's the point where we had worked the single crochet, and from there we are going to start. Now for starting of the roses, we have to work a chain of 10, because I don't want my rows to be too big. If you want a bigger size, you can work more number of chain. I'm just going to work a chain of 10. Please count your chains. Once the chain of 10 is done, we are going to come back to the I'm going to show you 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th chain space from the hook we are going to come there and work 2 number of double crochet into the same space. So 2 double crochet is done. After that, into the next chain space we are going to work a set of 3 double crochet into the same space. 1, 2 and 3. This is going to continue. Now into the next chain space. Into the next chain space we are going to work again 3 double crochet. 1, that's the second, and the third. Now into the next chain space we are going to work 3 double crochet again. 1, this is the second and the third. Now again let us continue into the next space, chain space. We are going to work 3 double crochet again. 1, that's the second and the third. So this is how we are going to continue. I still have one chain space there where we can work 3 double crochet. So let's do that. That's the first double crochet. This is the second one and the third one. Now see, one more chain space is there, so let us work a set of 3 double crochet again. 1, this is the second and the third. Once it is done, this is how our rose looks right now. Now as that is the final chain space, once the 3 double crochet is done, we are going to do a slip stitch there so that our rose is more secured. See how our rose is falling into place. And now this is the most crucial step, and please watch carefully how the rose is to be fixed so that it doesn't open up. See carefully, we are going to put our hook from the back side, from behind the rose, and then we are going to do a slip stitch. Once done, we are going to chain 1 to secure our work. This is actually just fixing the rose to our leaf out there to secure it more. Once done, we are going to snip off the yarn, and this is how a cute rose looks. Once you start working the rose, you will see that after working a few roses, 2 or 3 of them, it gets more easier and you will understand how it is to be worked. But not to worry, the roses are going to look as roses only, howsoever you do it. You just have to watch carefully. Let's work a second rose. For that, we are going to skip those 2 pointed areas and then into the next a single crochet point, we are going to attach the pink yarn again and work a chain of 10. Once the chain of 10 is done, please count. Once the chain of 10 is done, we are going to come back to the 4th chain space and work 2 double crochet. That's the first, followed by the second. So that's done. After that, into each of the chain spaces, we are going to work 3 double crochet. That's the second, that's the third. Once done, into the next chain space, we are going to work 3 double crochet and come downwards till the very last end. So that's the 3 double crochet. Let us keep working 3 double crochet into each of the chain spaces till we come at the base of the chain of 10. This is how it is to be done. Now let's work a new set of 3 double crochet again. 1, that's the second and the third. Now again into the next chain space, we are going to work 3 double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. Now again, into the final chain space, we are going to work 3 double crochet. 1, that's the second, and the third. Once that is done, we are going to slip stitch into the same space to secure our rows. Now let's see how our rose has started to look. Oh my god, see how cute it already looks. These are one of the easiest and cute looking roses. Now let's fix it. Actually, this part is crucial. This is how we are going to place it. Put our hook through it and take it back to the point from where we have started the rose. Pull up a loop and do a slip stitch, and so our rose is secured properly. After that, I chained 1, and now I'm going to snip off the yarn. Let's do that. So I have shown 2 cute little roses how it is to be done. See how nice it looks. As I told you, after working a few roses, you'll see that working roses is so much fun and easy. Now to hide the loose ends, we are going to put a needle from the back side of the rose and pull our yarn through it, and the extra bit of yarn has to be snipped off from the front side of the rose. So this is the technique that is to be applied for hiding the loose ends of the roses. Now, as I told you, I am making a coaster. You can turn this into a beautiful placemat, a table mat, a baby blanket. You can do anything. It's going to look just wonderful. So after that, again, we are going to skip 2 of those pointed ends and then hop into the single crochet space to start off with our new rows. So that is how we are going to continue working till we have the required number of roses. See how nice it looks and how pretty it is. You can make these coasters and gift it to your loved ones. It can be turned into a beautiful placemat as well. It is just going to look wonderful. So after completing all my roses, this is how my coaster looks. Little rosy coaster. See how nice it looks. And I have shown the steps very minutely. If you want your coaster to be bigger, you can increase the size, you can turn it into a placemat. So thank you, my dear friends, for staying till the end. If you have liked the video, do give a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family members. If you are new to our channel, do consider subscribing and stay tuned for interesting videos. So till we meet again, it's bye bye for today.